Welcome to the first day of Mecha March. I've got some excellent videos I'm planning to put up this month. I hope you all are as excited for this kid as I am. So don't forget to subscribe to keep posted on all my videos.
Hello everybody, TJ Max Echo here, and as promised, I've got the Gundam Mark II Titans version, Revive, here for my Timeless build this week. I did do a kind of quick look at the outside of the box and a glance at the inside when I did the package unboxing type video, so I'll kind of blaze through this real quick. Obviously some nice box arts, what looks like a HGUC in the background, ship, I think that's another HGUC, right there is what it looks like, or a Gelgoog maybe. Right here we've got some action poses, it's different weapons and equipment. Right here, the different possible decals, more box art, GundamInfo.com, or yeah, Gundam.info, my bad. What looks to be actually a screen cap from Dynasty Warriors Gundam, or some sort of show, or not a show, one of the games is what it looks like. Then of course the cover art. Then, interestingly enough, not too often that you get this on high grades, more real grade and up, but you get this kind of printed box, and so it shows the first 3 kits in the Iron-Blooded Orphans line, the couple Revive kits before this, and the kits before even those, so it shows Revive 190, 191, 2, 3, and 4. Then some of the older kits that you may recognize. The Victory Gundam, looks like, the Unicorn, and is that the... I think that's the Crossbone, but I'm not... No, that is HGAW. So I can't remember which series that is. But this is Cosmic Era, so this is the Strike Freedom. I can't remember what AW stands for at the moment. The Origin lineup, interesting that they chose the Xeon suits, although that is kind of what most of the Origin stuff is. The Zaku 1, or the Zaku High Mobility Type Ortega's version, the Loader, and the Goof, I believe, is what that is. And then the HE Build Fighter stuff, the Lightning, the Burning Gundam, and then, interestingly enough, the Super Fumia 10, which was just released. If you're a long-time member, or somebody who's been around with TJ Max Echo for a long time, you'll recognize the fact that, still, I called it. Most people won't get what I mean by that, but let's take a look inside the box. And right off the bat, I'm extremely happy to see some actual beam sabers. Shield looks to be in 2 separate pieces, which is interesting because you can't tell that from the box. Still this light gray color, but looks, yeah, definitely. All the weapons and equipment have been updated since the last time this kit was released. It all looks exponentially better already. The shield joints looks nice. Really loving this blue color. The head is this classic front back with the seam line on the side. A red runner and a yellow runner. Not surprising. Some more A2 and B2, so this some just duplicates of what I assume were the runners we just looked at. And some... These aren't black, they're just... They look almost black, but I think they're just really, really dark gray. I can compare them to some of my black stuff, actual kits, and see if this is a black color, which wouldn't be bad. It'd be nice, actually. some of these details. The eyes are actually a piece, not a sticker, which is kind of a unique feature with some of these revives, and I don't think there are... Oh, no, here they are. Completely missed them. Here's the stickers, this foil sheet for the actual kit. So let's get into looking at some of these runners closely. So firstly, we're going to be taking a look at this E runner, which are these... Let's try to get this... well, it's kind of hard to see this detail on here. Hang on. So first off, we're going to be looking at this runner E. Just a single piece. This green color looks really nice. You can see this detail in the eye work pretty decently. Interesting piece, the fact that this was included. Kind of surprising, actually, considering this isn't very common for high grades. Next up, we have the polycap sheet. Not too uncommon. This still this PC2 that almost all this kits within the last couple months have been using. All the Iron-Blooded Orphan stuff has been using this, and from what I can tell, most of the Revive stuff has been using these runners for their polycap system, so not too uncommon. Then we have runner C, which is this dark gray, almost black. I can't tell if this is quite black. Let me get one of my black pieces to actually compare this to that is a black runner. Or even the box be a good comparison. Yeah, that looks pretty black actually. So this may actually be a black runner. Not too common that you get one of these. It has much more detail in these vents than they had in the original version, so I'm already more excited about this kit. Much more detail throughout this. Loving the fact that a lot of these are separated pieces. This backpack system and is reminding me a lot of the GM3s, but that's not surprising, as this is one of the predecessors to those kinds of suits. Next up we have D1, which is actually a smaller runner. It's got this mid-chest piece, the red part for the chest, the chin piece for the head jewel, and the part for the shield. Not a whole lot on this runner. Obviously, it's one of the smaller ones, but nonetheless, I'm glad that this was included. Next, we have D2. You can almost see where this would have been lined up on the, if it was one solid runner. Either that or that. But obviously it's the yellow parts, so pieces for the legs, chest, back of the legs actually, and I think part of the backpack unit, but I'm not exactly sure, and the V-fin. Some pretty standard stuff. Then we have our A2 runner and B2 runner. Some duplicates of some of the next couple runners that I'll look at. So first off, I'll take a look at this A1 runner. Really liking these colors. Now, the A2 is a copy of this part up here. So these are probably for the legs and shoulders, highly likely parts of the arms, and it looks like the beam saber parts are also included in that little section, which isn't too surprising considering that it would be one of the few items that are duplicated. Looks like the majority of the legs and arms, however, are actually down here simply because of the mirroring. So, but overall this looks rather nice and I'm digging these colors. Looks fairly simplistic considering the intricacies within the mobile suit itself. Now B1 is going to finish off our runners. B2 is just a copy of some of these inner frame pieces. Looks like, again, some of the joints for the legs and joints for the arms. Not too uncommon. It appears that it's got some pieces for the foot. as well. Then we've got the majority of this runner appears to be weaponry and shields. The joint for the shield arm, some of the equipment for the headpiece, the gun, the main beam rifle, the beam cannon, the hands, obviously. Huge step up from the original kit already. And most of it looks pretty nice. Now to start us off with the stickers, obviously I'm looking at these foils first. Looks like there's going to be a choice between the using these pieces on the eyes, probably with that E unit, or just using the straight eyepiece. I'm likely personally going to go with these since they'll end up on the finished product probably looking nicer, but I can't promise anything. Then obviously a lot of green for the details throughout the head and weaponry and the chest cameras, which this is one of the few suits that actually had those. Then to finish this off, we have the details. Now these are obviously on a sticker sheet, not dry. I may actually end up ordering some of the sticker sheets that are the wet application, or even some of the dry application, depending on how these look once it's finished. Simply because I've already done the details for the number 3, I may go with number 2 or number 1. Can't remember which kits or suits did what in the show, so I'll have to go and refresh my memory on this team. But overall, it's a huge improvement from the original kit. Last thing I want to take a look at is the instruction booklet. I'm guessing because of the last couple kits that they've released for the Revive, they've used all the parts, so it looks like they're using everything, interestingly enough, except Polycap 1, the neck joint. Curious on how they're going to do a unique neck joint with this kit specifically. Alright, so it's just a part. That's answered my question right there. And yeah, looks like you have the options for the eyes, and quite a few options actually throughout this kit for stylistic purposes, which excites me very much. Really glad that we've gotten one of these kits that looks and functions pretty properly. Depending on how I like this kit, I may actually get the AUG version. Obviously, right here we get a full color photo of the finished kit. Looks like this is one of the ones that they've done the panel lining on, but I can't be certain. And they've definitely done some nice stuff with the stickering. And then we've got some of the action poses here, which look to be the same or similar to the ones on the box. Really actually digging some of the poses that it can do, and the fact that it looks like the head unit may just be an accessory and not really a necessary thing. But I can't be certain until I actually finish the kit. However, that is how it looks. Really excited about this kit, and I have one last thing to show you guys as soon as I'm done putting all this back in the box. Alright, now that everything's back in the box, I can show you the one thing I'm excited for. Now, this isn't going to be a surprise for most people who are on this channel, and actually really not a surprise if you watched one of my last videos, the one where I unboxed the actual container, including this. I mentioned that I might be doing something a little bit special considering I had this kit. It took me a little bit of time, not a whole lot of effort though, but I was able to find all the parts to the original version. I've mentioned this kind of throughout the video, but figured I'd show it off real quick in all of its glory. As you can see, it is missing one of the beam sabers. Unfortunately, I have no idea where that is, and I'm not going to spend hours looking for a single equipment addition, especially when I can show it's just going to be a mirror of that piece. Obviously, I didn't do a very good job with this kit when it came out, partially because it is from 2002, and even though this is one of my favorite suits, I had a lot of personal issues with it, especially being one of the first kits. Has a lot of early problems that most of these early kits suffer, and honestly, I was disappointed when I first opened it. Looking back, shouldn't have been as disappointed considering it is from 2002. It was actually kit number 30, so actually really excited to be able to do a review owning this kit and having the revive. And seeing that the Gian is getting a revive as well, I'm excited to be able to do that once I get the Gian and this. So, until next time, and until I'm able to do this beauty as a kit, feel free to check out my other videos. And I will see you next time, my doms.